Before the development of the polio vaccine, the world lived in fear of this debilitating disease. Polio, short for poliomyelitis, is a highly contagious viral illness that primarily affects young children. The virus attacks the nervous system and can lead to paralysis, often leaving its victims with lifelong disabilities. In the most severe cases, polio can even be fatal. Images of children in iron lungs, struggling to breathe, became a haunting symbol of the disease's devastating impact. The fear of polio was particularly acute during outbreaks. Parents would keep their children indoors, terrified of public places where the virus could spread. Swimming pools, schools, and playgrounds sat eerily empty as communities grappled with the invisible threat. The psychological toll of this constant fear was immense, leaving a lasting mark on generations who lived through the polio epidemics. The development of the polio vaccine in the mid-20th century marked a turning point in the fight against this dreaded disease. It was a testament to the power of scientific innovation and a beacon of hope for a future free from polio's grip. The vaccine's arrival ushered in a new era, one where children could play without fear and parents could breathe a collective sigh of relief. The legacy of fear was slowly replaced by a sense of optimism, as the world witnessed the dramatic decline of polio cases thanks to this groundbreaking medical advancement. Poliomyelitis, commonly known as polio, is a highly contagious disease caused by the polio virus. This virus primarily infects young children, often those under the age of 5. Poliovirus is a member of the enterovirus family and spreads through the fecal-oral route. This means that it is transmitted through contact with infected feces, often via contaminated water or food. The virus enters the body through the mouth and multiplies in the intestines. From there, it can invade the nervous system and cause a range of symptoms. Most people infected with poliovirus experience mild or no symptoms. However, in a small percentage of cases, the virus can attack the nerve cells that control muscles, leading to paralysis. Paralysis caused by polio can affect different parts of the body, including the legs, arms, and even the muscles responsible for breathing. The paralysis is often asymmetric, meaning it affects one side of the body more than the other. In the most severe cases, polio can lead to permanent disability and even death. There is no cure for polio, making prevention through vaccination crucial. Understanding the transmission of polio is essential for its control and eventual eradication. Improved sanitation and hygiene practices play a vital role in breaking the chain of infection. By ensuring access to clean water and promoting proper hand washing, we can significantly reduce the spread of this debilitating disease. The development of the inactivated polio vaccine, IPV, stands as a landmark achievement in medical history. This vaccine, developed by Dr. Jonas Salk in the 1950s, contains killed poliovirus that cannot cause disease. IPV is administered through injection, typically in a series of doses, to provide long-lasting immunity against all 3 types of poliovirus. The inactivated nature of the vaccine ensures its safety, as it cannot revert to a form that can cause paralysis. This characteristic makes IPV a particularly safe option for individuals with weakened immune systems or those living with HIV/AIDS. The vaccine stimulates the body's immune system to produce antibodies that specifically target and neutralize the poliovirus. IPV has an excellent safety record, with side effects generally being mild and temporary. The most common side effect is soreness or redness at the injection site. Serious allergic reactions to IPV are extremely rare. The vaccine has undergone rigorous testing and safety evaluations, and its use is recommended by health organizations worldwide. The introduction of IPV marked a turning point in the fight against polio. It provided a safe and effective means of protecting children from this devastating disease, leading to a dramatic decline in polio cases in countries where it was widely used. IPV remains a cornerstone of global polio eradication efforts, offering a powerful shield against the threat of this debilitating illness. The Live-Attenuated Oral Polio Vaccine, OPV, developed by Dr. Albert Sabin in the 1960s, provided a new weapon in the fight against polio. This vaccine contains weakened strains of the live poliovirus that can still replicate in the intestines but are unable to cause paralysis. OPV is administered orally, usually as drops placed on the tongue, making it particularly easy to administer, especially in large-scale immunization campaigns. OPV offers several advantages, including its ease of administration, its ability to induce both individual and community immunity, and its lower cost compared to IPV. When administered, OPV replicates in the intestines, mimicking a natural infection. This process triggers an immune response that protects against all 3 types of poliovirus. However, OPV also carries a small risk of vaccine-associated paralytic polio, VAPP. This rare side effect occurs when the weakened virus in the vaccine reverts to a form that can cause paralysis. The risk of VAPP is extremely low, estimated at 1 case per 2.7 million doses administered. While the benefits of OPV generally outweigh the risks, the emergence of circulating vaccine-derived polioviruses, CVDPVs, in areas with low immunization coverage has raised concerns. CVDPVs occur when the weakened virus in OPV circulates in under-immunized populations, allowing it to mutate and regain the ability to cause paralysis. This phenomenon highlights the importance of achieving and maintaining high vaccination coverage to prevent the emergence and spread of CVD-PVs. Despite the challenges posed by CVD-PVs, OPV has played a pivotal role in reducing the global incidence of polio. Section 5. A triumph of public health. The impact of polio vaccines. The introduction of polio vaccines in the mid-20th century marked a turning point in the fight against this debilitating disease. Prior to widespread vaccination, polio paralyzed hundreds of thousands of children annually, leaving many with lifelong disabilities or even causing death. The fear of polio permeated daily life, leading to school closures, canceled events, and widespread anxiety. The impact of polio vaccines has been nothing short of transformative. Since the launch of the Global Polio Eradication Initiative, or GPEI, in 1988, the number of polio cases has plummeted by over 99%. The world has witnessed a dramatic decline in polio-related paralysis and deaths, with the disease now endemic in only a handful of countries. The success of polio vaccination campaigns can be attributed to several factors, including the development of safe and effective vaccines, the commitment of governments and international organizations, and the tireless efforts of healthcare workers and volunteers. Mass vaccination campaigns, often targeting millions of children in a single round, have been instrumental in interrupting the transmission of the polio virus. The impact of polio vaccines extends beyond the prevention of this single disease. The infrastructure and expertise developed through polio eradication efforts have strengthened routine immunization programs, leading to improved control of other vaccine-preventable diseases. The lessons learned from polio eradication have provided valuable insights for global health initiatives, demonstrating the power of collective action and scientific innovation in tackling some of the world's most pressing health challenges. Section 6. Separating fact from fiction. Addressing vaccine concerns. Despite the overwhelming evidence demonstrating the safety and effectiveness of polio vaccines, concerns and misinformation continue to circulate. It is crucial to address these concerns with factual information and scientific evidence to ensure that parents have the information they need to make informed decisions about their children's health. One common concern is the safety of vaccines, particularly in relation to rare side effects. Vaccines, like any medication, can cause side effects, but the vast majority of these are mild and temporary, such as soreness at the injection site or low-grade fever. Serious side effects are extremely rare. Another misconception is the notion that vaccines cause autism. This claim has been thoroughly debunked by numerous scientific studies, and the original research paper that suggested a link between the MMR vaccine and autism was retracted due to serious flaws and ethical violations. It is important to rely on credible sources of information, such as reputable health organizations like the World Health Organization and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, when seeking information about vaccines. These organizations provide evidence-based recommendations grounded in sound scientific research. By addressing vaccine concerns with facts and dispelling misinformation, we can promote informed decision-making, build trust in vaccines, and protect future generations from the threat of vaccine-preventable diseases. Section 7. Controversy and ethics. Navigating the vaccine debate. The debate surrounding vaccines, including the polio vaccine, is not without its controversies and ethical considerations. While the scientific consensus overwhelmingly supports the safety and effectiveness of vaccines, dissenting voices persist, often fueled by misinformation and unfounded fears. It is essential to navigate these debates with sensitivity, respect for individual perspectives, and a commitment to evidence-based decision-making. One area of controversy involves the use of placebo-controlled trials in vaccine research. Placebo-controlled trials are considered the gold standard for evaluating the efficacy of new drugs and treatments. However, in the context of vaccines, where the benefits of vaccination are well established, conducting placebo-controlled trials raises ethical concerns. Denying a control group access to a potentially life-saving vaccine, particularly in regions where the disease is prevalent, is widely considered unethical. Alternative study designs, such as comparing vaccinated groups to unvaccinated groups from historical data or using active control groups, offer ways to evaluate vaccine efficacy without subjecting participants to unnecessary risks. Another ethical consideration is the issue of vaccine hesitancy and refusal. While individuals have the right to make decisions about their own health, vaccine hesitancy can have broader public health implications. When vaccination rates decline, the risk of outbreaks increases, potentially putting vulnerable populations at risk. Addressing vaccine hesitancy requires a multifaceted approach that involves open and honest communication, addressing concerns with empathy and respect, and providing accurate and accessible information. Building trust between healthcare providers, public health officials, and the communities they serve is essential for promoting vaccine acceptance and ensuring the continued success of immunization programs. Section 8. The bigger picture. Polio vaccines and global health. The development and implementation of polio vaccines exemplify the power of public health interventions in transforming global health outcomes. The eradication of polio, once considered an insurmountable challenge, is now within reach, thanks to the collective efforts of governments, international organizations, healthcare workers, and communities worldwide. The lessons learned from the Polio Eradication Initiative have far-reaching implications for global health. The infrastructure, expertise, and partnerships established through polio eradication efforts have strengthened routine immunization programs, leading to improved control of other vaccine-preventable diseases, such as measles, rubella, and tetanus. The success of polio eradication has demonstrated the importance of political will, sustained funding, and community engagement in achieving ambitious public health goals. It has also highlighted the need for equitable access to healthcare, as marginalized and underserved populations often bear a disproportionate burden of vaccine-preventable diseases. The legacy of polio eradication extends beyond the elimination of a single disease. It serves as a testament to the power of collaboration, innovation, and a shared commitment to improving the health and well-being of all people, regardless of where they live. The knowledge and experience gained through polio eradication efforts continue to inform and inspire global health initiatives, paving the way for a healthier and more equitable future for all. Section 9. The Final Push: Eradicating Polio and Securing the Future. Despite remarkable progress in reducing the global incidence of polio, the fight is far from over. The world stands on the cusp of eradicating this debilitating disease, but challenges remain, particularly in reaching every last child with the polio vaccine. To achieve eradication, a final push is needed, one that requires unwavering commitment, innovative strategies, and a focus on equity and access. One of the main challenges is reaching children living in conflict-affected areas or remote regions with limited access to healthcare. In these settings, traditional vaccination campaigns may not be feasible, necessitating the development of novel approaches to reach every child. Mobile health clinics, community-based vaccination drives, and partnerships with local leaders and organizations are crucial for overcoming these barriers. Another challenge is addressing vaccine hesitancy and misinformation. Building trust in vaccines and healthcare providers is essential for overcoming hesitancy and ensuring that all children have the opportunity to be protected from polio. This requires open and transparent communication, addressing concerns with empathy and respect, and providing accurate and culturally sensitive information. The eradication of polio is within reach, but it will require sustained effort, innovation, and a shared commitment to global health equity. By investing in strong health systems, reaching every last child with the polio vaccine, and addressing the root causes of vaccine hesitancy, we can create a world free from the threat of this debilitating disease and secure a healthier future for all.